Hey, Corbin here. Today it's day 4 of building a web roguelite with AI in just 7 days. Here you can see the thumbnail of yesterday where we made some progress, and this was the final state in which we left the game. Now I will put a tweet to let know that we are live again, so let me take the link, and yeah, basically here let me put it in the building public community, and yeah, that's it. So basically the post was sent. That's nice. Yesterday we left it in the status of the image that we saw here. We applied some visuals for the player, also we resized the background imagery and everything. And once we left, we were running a prompt in Codex that was about adding some movement to the enemies. So here you can see the last commit from yesterday was good. However, I would like the enemies to have sprites to feel more animated as the main player character. Also, the fact of the bullets moving vertically to attack enemies feels wrong. I would instead make sure the bullets go always horizontally, and if there are flying enemies, the level should have platforms at the proper height to be able to go up and shoot them. However, the enemies can attack in diagonal. If they are flying, they can shoot bullets at you while being on the floor. So this took 23 minutes. Luckily, we didn't spend that time still recording, and basically it applied the different things. So here I have the source control. If I refresh, it has created the different sprite sheet for the different things here. However, you can see that there are some things that are broken. Here you can see the hand, it's broken, and the hand here appears as the other one. So those things would require to be polished in the future. Also happens with these, that you can see they are cut off, so this does not look well. However, it is at least the base to make it later better. So later we'll work more on these things. However, if I'll just run this, you can see how it looks. So visually it still looks the same, but now if I log in, I am here this junior analyst who is trying to go out of the building of the company, and the first room here it will be already a combat. So if I access here, you can see that now the bullets do not go. Now there's more movements for the enemies. There are at least some things they can shoot, but mine don't go up, so I have to go here and shoot them. Again, as always, this is one of them. Let me know which facilities is combat plus dead end. So let's see this to see other enemies. You can see it feels better. There's this movement somehow, but at the same time it does not feel right because the sprites are not the best ones. So here I can kill this, and yeah, I'm not gonna be spending more time on it. So this is what it did. I could ask for it to improve the sheets, but I'm not gonna be doing this now. Git add, git status, git commit, add sprites for enemies, and git push. So for sure I'll write down in the future steps or future ideas here, improve the sprite sheets for the enemies manually. Here maybe just a question mark. So the other things that we had in mind is to add more items and power-ups to the game. So I'll just go with that one that I hope it's easier. Write now there are only two, how it's called, compensations when killing enemies. I'd like to have more, depending, so that there's some RNG in this too. Some rooms should be more should offer some compensations that some others rooms won't, and also depending, and also it can, like that, make it at least 10 different compensations, like this. Here I'm using codecs using the 5.6 sun option. Here, if I'm going, I don't know if the sol, no, it's sol, actually sol in Spanish means sun, and is it GPT models AI? Yeah, no, it's called sol even in English. Yeah, I don't know why I always translate it to sun. So yeah, I'm using the sol version of 5.6, and basically this is the only project I'm building with this session. So here you can see 77% still on the weekly. Let's see if yeah, we're on Friday, so for the week we should be able to keep up with this. Also, then tomorrow and the day after it's weekend, so I can have more time than these hours. So the last 3 days I put 1 hour more or less each day, so it's been 3 hours. Let's say, let's put 4 in total that we put into this game. And I've done the thing that when I close the live recording, I just stop working on this. Yeah, for sure my head goes a bit around, but I don't do anything else. So right now our count in this project, it's about 4 hours more or less. And for tomorrow and the day after, I will try to put a little bit more, so that at least we can have this challenge done. At the end, the challenge was 7 days, was not 7 hours. So basically this is what it says, that it's tracing how enemy kill rewards and room specific options are modeled. So then it will expand the reward pool to at least 10 while keeping each room's offerings varied and testable. The current menu is hardwired to the same 2 items in every combat room, so I'm changing that into a seeded room data. Each combat room will retain its own 2 item offer, so revisiting a room is stable and replaying a seed remains deterministic. Edited files, read files, run commands. Yeah, I don't know why I read that. So the implementation is in place. The project's usual validation command can't start because this workspace currently has no npm executable, so I'm checking the code through the available toolchain and reviewing the generated room variants. So if we go here and we refresh, we can see that it has added modifications in several classes. Let's see, then it's only doing verification, so I should be able to just run npm run dev and see them in action. No, implemented 12 distinct compensations. Let me refresh. In the types, reward item, there's no type for it. Items, here it has added a golden stapler, ergonomic chair, computer pass, dental plan, productivity suite, wellness stipend, expense account, 4 days work week, legal immunity, and stock options. So yeah, it changes a bit the different things. So let me just play again and see how these different options look, just going through. Select your compensation or benefit is permitted terms might be changed without notice. Productivity suite, deal 12 more damage and fire 12% faster or move 25% faster. I'll go with move faster to see how, yeah, it actually it's easy to feel that you're moving faster. Wellness, gain 10 maximum health and restore 35, or fire and move. Yeah, let's move even faster. I'm not gonna be playing the whole game, so nothing here. That's good. I like this. Let's say git status, git add, git status, git commit m, add more compensation. Now, what I would like to do is there's this part here. Let me refresh this so that it feels up to date. This is done. Then the next logical step would be to, instead of displaying the names of the chosen item power-ups, of the chosen compensation / items / power-ups, generate visual assets for them, both when choosing them and when showing in the inventory. So this one should take longer, I guess, because at the end it's generating the image. You're using the image generation skill because this should be real reusable game asset rather than CSS placeholders. I'll generate a cohesive icon sheet for all 12 compensations, then wire the icons into both the choice cards and the HUD inventory. So let's see how much it takes. For sure this I'll be able to remove too, because this is what it's doing. It's viewing the images. Update the menu with the style, then in the meantime, while it's doing this, it's I could go with the manual asset fixing, but I'm not sure I want to do it fully manual. So also I can raise a topic that I've been thinking doing today. Well, the existing art uses painterly graphic novel rendering over a dark corporate palette. I'm matching that high contrast text-free LUT icons designed to stay recognizable both on the large reward cards and the HUD's much smaller scale. The image generation skill is also steering this through a flat chroma background, so I can produce clean transparent PNGs for Phaser. Cool. So this will take a bit based on the previous executions of image generation for the game, so I'll wait. I would say that it will take for around 15 minutes. During this time, I've been thinking about this game. Should this game, I mean, for sure it will be a web-based game, so however, I'm not sure if it should be its own game, have its own entity, or just publish it somewhere. At the end, it's a game that didn't take that much time, and yeah, getting those first users, it's hard if I just buy a domain, let's say the supercoolgame.com, and then people plays it. Yeah, I don't think it will be easy to attract those first players. So instead, I've been hearing about Crazy Games. Crazy Games, it's like a web games that basically like that. There are Crazy Games, it's like ways to play games that are web-based and that they are like good enough, I'd say, because those look good. And I think that maybe it's better to just publish it in some places. I know there's these Crazy Games. There's also itch.io where you can publish games. If you go for browser games, there are a few that they are appearing every day. So I'm afraid I will be putting them in several of those because yeah, I think it will be the best. And actually, now that I said that, I didn't look for it. I'd say tower. Let's see if there is a... What it's the evil tower. I'll try to put it in not sound. No, this is not what I was looking for. Tower. Lucky Tower. Lucky Tower, that is this game here. Let's see. Is it the official one or is it the one that... Oh. Sorry for the sound, I didn't expect that. It looked like the wrong one, not the official. So yeah, I think that I will, because at the end I didn't say this today, but this is the game I got inspired when building this current Escape the Company game. So, just remove this. But yeah, as I said, I'm thinking on publishing here. So I'll put this to the other screen, so this way I am notified whenever it finishes. I would like to understand how things work here. So is there an about developers? Developer.crazygames.com, publish your game to millions on the web. Crazy Games is empowering developers to reach a new audience through browser games, go beyond native platforms, reach millions of players worldwide, and generate revenue from your games. Everything you need to go live and start earning. Upload your game in minutes, have your voice heard, and gain valuable insights. Meet your global audience. There are players around different places, so it's good. Monetize your games the right way. High-yielding ads that are user-friendly. Get the most out of the ads without eroding the user experience, ensuring players keep coming back to play your games. Also tailor support to maximize earnings, so the dedicated ads team helping to optimize the ad placement and earn more money. And relevant targeting. Liberate your game from native platforms, okay, and yeah, I think that I will go with this. I like it. And what do I need to submit my game? For sure, I'll need to create an account. So this thing, I will do it outside the live. I will create an account here also in each. Which other portals do there exist other than those? I'll go with google.com. I then have the Google as my main engine here on top. And what alternatives I have to publish my web game other than itch.io and Crazy Games? Let's see what Gemina says. Guys, alternative for publishing your web games include indie community sites like Jolt or Newgrounds or Pocky. Yeah, that Pocky, I think I also saw it at some point. Yeah, I think this is also something that exists. So yeah, I'd say that my plan is to publish it to those three whenever it's done, to Crazy Games, to itch.io, and to Pocky. Just let me put that into the next steps here. So, hey, I see there's someone else. We are two people now on the streaming. One is me, so I don't know if there's some living person here that if you're here, please feel free to communicate through the chat. So any feedback would be appreciated. Here we are building a game on the Roguelite, that it's a web game built in Phaser, and we are using Codex to do so. Right now it's working in a session. You can see here it's been 7 minutes and a half working on creating imagery for the different assets on the game. So the game, it's about here we have, it's about Escape the Company, a dark comedy roguelite set inside an impossibly vast corporate skyscraper that has become a living organism. So the player plays as a junior analyst who arrives for their first day of work, only to discover that the building has consumed reality itself. Every door leads to a different department, and each is twisted into its own ecosystem. Like marketing is a neon cult obsessed with engagement, finance is a labyrinth of greed-fueled balls, HR rewrites memories to enforce compliance, and so on and so on. So behind every door there can be different things, and basically you need to successfully resign, so reach the end of the company. And this is what we are doing. Now I was saying that we want publish the game to while it was generating this, I was commenting that the thing I was thinking about today, because today it's day 4, we've been doing it for 1 hour for the last 3 days, let's say 1 hour and a bit more, so in total less than 4 hours. And I was thinking if it should go into its own domain, so I should buy a domain for it, let's say the escapethegame.com, whatever name I go up with, and then try to get users, or if I should better use some of those websites that I learned of them not too long ago. So I think I will go with this, because at the end what I want with it is to get feedback. So I guess, and it's only a guess, that if going with those options I can get users using it, then maybe even getting feedback and improving it and learning from all this, because at the end this is a simple game that I'm building in around 10 hours, I hope, or maybe 15, and I prefer to have feedback rather than just launching it into the deep void and not having any feedback. I'm paying a domain with this. So in the meantime, I don't know if it generated something. Yeah, no, only the feature ideas had changed. I don't know if this viewer is an actual, are you an actual viewer? It's just a bot trying to scrap my channel. If you are and you cannot write through the chat, just a thumbs up would be really helpful, and also knowing that there's someone else out there who's watching all that. Or a thumbs down if you don't like the content, for sure. Any feedback is really appreciated. So in the meantime, let me show you too, in case that you are here, how this looks. So I have this right now working after the first 3 days. This is the game. Let me close all those new things. This is the game that I don't like how the menu looks. I will update it later, but whenever you clock in, you are this analyst that just can walk through different platforms. Since I'm on the back, because we are in the dev local environment, let's say I have this map to realize how things go, but this is something that the users are not able to see. And here you can see how the rooms are generated. Also, I think that one possible feedback would be that right now there's only 2 different options, maybe. I mean, like 2 different parallel paths. I can extend that to have more than 2, so I will put that as a have more than 2 parallel rooms, just like that. So there are different type of rooms. In here you can see that there are safe rooms or dead ends, also combat rooms and resting. So the combat, there's enemies, and whenever you kill enemies you had some compensation. The rest ones regain health, and the safe are just empty ones. Like in this case, if I go to the expense claims that it's a safe, you can see that there's nothing. I mean, completely nothing, just some platforms, but nothing else there, and nothing wrong can happen. In this case, I wanted to go to the other one. Here, whenever we came up, I can go to the procurement to see how the enemies look. And whenever I kill all the enemies, so I clear a room, then I get to choose which compensation I want. And here is what we are working now on. Right now it just says 4-day work week, fire move for 15% faster, and or emergency coffee to restore health and move faster. In this case, I go with health. But yeah, basically I think this is what we have. So I'll just escape. Let me see. Yeah, I'll allow similar commands. Now the icons were generated, so let's see if they were already in the files. No, they are not. Let's install whatever it needs. Here you can see the last things that we've been doing. We've added this minimap on the bug. We've added that in order to cross the doors you require to have the go up button. So we've been implementing a lot of feature ideas that they, despite making it every time adding extra ones, we are also clearing a few of them. So it's good. I think we've been doing progress. It's, for me, it's amazing that in just 4 hours we've built this game with phasers. That it's a game framework that I didn't try before, so I'm not gonna say it looks perfect. Yeah, for some reason it kind of broke. Come on, it's installing a lot of libraries to work with images. So it's been 25 minutes already on the session. This one it's been 15 on just this. Come on, just allow the apt get. It shouldn't be installing that many things, but yeah, at the end, I guess those are the tooling to run everything here. So my idea is also for today to adapt doors to make it look better. Then, if it's possible, improve the visual effects feedback when losing HP, because yeah, right now we don't have a game here for some reason. But whenever I get they take me energy, it's it's better. Just the workplace injury. I don't dislike it that much. Never mind. I'm not gonna ask for that. Yeah, this skin for sure it looks wrong too. Come on, let's see if it generated some files already. Not yet. What is Python pillow? Let me check. Python pillow. It's an actively maintained user-friendly fork of the Python imaging library build designed to add image processing capabilities to Python. Okay. Again, every time it takes time to play with images, it takes, I said, 15 minutes and it's already 17. So my guess now it will go up to 20 minutes because it needs to finalize whatever it's doing. Then, well, right now it's thinking for some reason. But then whenever it finalizes, it needs to run a suite of tests. That this is also something that I say every day I like about, that it's when I apply a change here, it tries to create a different seed, like run up to 500 different scenarios, and from all those scenarios it just verifies that there are no like kind of corner cases not thought. Let's two files change. Okay, here on the left I see already there are some icons. I like them. Now it's time to update the actual files. Whenever there is this 13 number here, it says that it's actually touching lines. So let's see which div it is. So it's item art. It gets the texture from each. So 95, yeah, now it's going in the right direction. Well, not on the right, but at least it's speeding up the process. So it's getting close to it. It's been already 18 minutes. Yeah, we are going to be around those 20 that we mentioned. In the game scene, we also preload the item art. So here, basically, not here. On the top, wherever there is a preload, it preloads the different things, like from the room art, delete the background, the player art, the enemy art, and the item arts. So yeah, that's good. Every room is different, so yeah, I don't know which thing. I think this one should be kind of quick. We are getting to that 20 minutes that we mentioned. Perfect, so it worked for 19 minutes 50 seconds. I said that it would take around 20, so 20 it was. Let me see, I refresh the game. It should have done it automatically, but let's see how it looks on the whenever I kill them. Good. Not the best one, but better than before, so I can just go with this. And on the top right, there's this part. The stapler cannon is like the thing. Does it mean that every time it's like faster, restore, faster? No, what is this stapler cannon? I don't like how it looks here, but I really like the different items they have, so yeah. I'd say I take it as a valid for now so that we can continue with this. Git status, git add, git status, git commit, use assets for items / compensations. Git status, and let me push it into my private repo in GitHub in case that anything happens. Basically, let's go back here, and I think that I will update the door sprites. So I'll do it in a new chat. Now the doors and the platforms do not feel okay and align with the whole game style. Ensure there are proper assets for them and they are sized properly. For the platforms, it should now sometimes there are platforms too high that cannot be reached. They should always be reachable, either from the floor or from another platform. Style and size. Ensure there are proper assets for them and they're sized properly. I think with this we are making it here. It's been a bit more than half an hour, so yeah, I think that we'll be able to do this missing 3 points. I'm going to inspect the game's current art scale, platform door rendering, and level generation rules first. I'll use the image generation skill only if these elements truly need new bitmap assets. It's relevant here because you explicitly want them to feel like proper cohesive game assets. Google, it found the main mismatch. The backgrounds are painted, but both doors and platforms are still plain phaser rectangles. I'm checking their exact collision dimensions and generators jump geometry now. Then I'll replace placeholders with art that uses the same office painting language and force reachability mathematically. Yeah, that's good. The imagination skill confirms this is a good use of 2 project-bound raster assets, a front-facing industrial office door, and a modular service walkway platform. I'll generate each on a removable chroma key field, keep status labels dynamic in code, and preserve the existing invisible collision geometry so visual polish doesn't stabilize gameplay. That's good. Basically, this is what we wanted. Again, I'm not sure exactly how I would envision this. Let me refresh. No, I don't have it started. I don't know how I would like to have these effects of getting hard. So I like the fact that it's the user kind of blinks a bit or something, but nah, stapler cannon. What it says, stapler cannon. Why did I use double P here? Stapler. Here, this text stapler cannon should not be in the inventory. Instead of stapler cannon text, it should display an icon too. And for sure, this reminds me that before this, I should add, how do you say this? Not an onboarding, but introduction to the lore when starting, to explain the history and the goal of the game. I don't know which format, but yeah, just have it somehow. Also, I have this stapler thing that I can do it kind of easy. Let me refresh here if it generated something. Oh, okay, we have already the platform, so I like it. And the doors, yeah, they're good. This should not take a lot longer. Basically, cleanup helper is present, but its speed of dependencies are available in this environment, and the system package cannot be installed without root. I can still complete the same simple package extraction safely with install image tooling, then inspect the alpha corners and silhouette coverage before wiring the assets in. Okay. It's been 4 minutes. I'd say that this one will take less than 10. Basically here it also says about the jump numbers, explain the unreachable cases. With the current gravity, its jump speed, the player gains about that many pixels vertically, while some first platforms require roughly 167. So I'm changing generation to build deliberate two-step clusters. Every upper platform has a nearby lower platform reachable from the floor, and adding validation that rejects any seed with an unreachable platform. I think that also what I should change on the visual side that I didn't say before, it's update bullets with some assets instead of empty basic shapes. Different enemies could use different assets for their bullets. Also, if you think it makes sense, the player bullets can be different if some how do you say, compensations were chosen. If not, a simple type of bullets is also fine. Okay, so this is just running the final type validations. Yeah, we are 6 minutes into it. It should have generated more things, I guess, then yeah. For sure, it should be kind of easy or quick. Okay, one final stress check across many deterministic seeds so that the new validation proves that both ordinary clusters and flying enemy helper platforms remain reachable, not just the current run. Yeah, that's the thing I was mentioning before, that having those hundreds of scenarios tested in just 1 minute, it's good instead of having to verify things manually. For sure there might be issues, but yeah, at least it covers a vast majority at first. It's editing files. I don't know if it's some changes meant after doing these initial tests or what. But yeah, it should. Yeah, I don't like the whole map generation, but yeah, that's another thing. Good. So this is the what it's doing exactly, the doors and platforms style. Then I'm asking for this bullets thing. I'm starting new chats because at the end, if you just do longer chats, then the context gets bigger and then you spend more for the usage. Yeah, I'll try to put it always, keep it shorter. It depends also if it makes sense, because here it didn't make that much sense adding it here. But sometimes if it's, I don't know, a continuation of something, it makes more sense to just continue with one session instead of opening a new one, because at the end the context to understand everything takes longer than just the other thing. Here, the combat system has 6 ranged enemies archetypes plus the player's stapler cannon. I'm going to give each enemy a readable theme projectile silhouette, scamples, ticket shot, purchase orders, light deck, archive seal, executive directive, and make the player projectile turn gold where the golden stapler compensation is owned. Physics, sizes, speed, damage, and firing cadence will remain unchanged. Yeah, perfect. That is what I wanted. That's cool. In the I'm gonna be closing this. Okay, looks like it generated a lot of images already. Not yet. The generated atlas came out clean and highly readable at game scale. I'm processing it into transparent, tightly cropped PNGs now. Then I'll wire a small projectile art module into preload rendering. I'm verifying the results in scene. Good, that's good. Let's see here what else. I mean, yeah, it's the whole thing. Yeah, I think that one possible solution for the issues about but not for today here, just for tomorrow. I'll add like platforms, make it lower platforms break the game a bit because enemies cannot walk sometimes because they get stuck into a platform. Here I'll say also the player cannot jump when he's under them. So I would like that they platform that they start higher on the floor. Before them there is some kind of trampoline that if jumping to it promotes, it bounces the player high enough to reach the platforms. If the player just walks by the trampoline, it should not jump. You can think of an object instead of a trampoline that makes sense into the whole game lore, and you must generate the proper asset for it. Okay, here what it is. There are different projectiles. Those flames are from here. That's good. I don't know what it's doing now, so it's just building the hit environment issue. It already changed some files, so if I refresh, there should be more things into it that only projectile art is a new one. Then also preloads projectiles, and the combat controller just adds some kind of guess shapes instead of the previous shapes, so it gets the projectile art. Okay, let's see if it finishes. I don't know how much longer I will be able to do for today. At least I want to work on the inventory. So here I will the in-game HUD is wrong. The inventory overlaps with the elements above. Also, the loadout section has a tabular canon text like this. How did this say? It should display an icon instead to to be aligned with the game. And here in this, what it says, the introduction lore explaining it has the stapler, etc. The stapler canon, etc. So I'll just git status, git add, git status, git commit, add assets for projectiles, and I'm gonna be asking already for this in-game change. So new session here, just like that, and with it we remove this part. And in the meantime, let's verify the stapler staples. Here we can see now we have this. Now it's fixing this whole thing. I guess this is what I asked, or I know this is I put it into here, so this won't be done today. What am I? Quality assurance, record management. Let's restore some health. It's being refreshed because of it. So it's with overlap, it says there is, wow, okay, with the section on the top. So there's no change, already changes done, perfect. Yeah. Now here, this is an example where having the same session makes sense, because I don't know how it calls the first part. There says in that rectangle HUD layout, like floor 404. Let's go to the game scene. Floor 404. This is called better. However, the first card is wrong. The text exceeds its borders. The floor 404 text can be removed and just keep the current room. Also, the third card can be removed. It doesn't add that much to the game and instead uses a lot of space. Let's just use the top area to show the current room, the health, and the inventory. Let's see what it does. So it's consolidating the HUD into a one top bar with 3 compact sections: current room, health, and loadout. I'll remove the assignment status panel entirely, drop the floor 404 prefix, and make the weapon perk icons fit into the free top right space. Let's see. I don't know this how it will look, but yeah, we'll learn right now. This should not take long. Between 1 minute and 10 seconds. Before the 2 minutes, maybe it's enough. And this can be easily tested. I tested. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this, so I'll move this below here, and for sure I'll work with the other 2 things. Now the HUD is a single top bar instead of stacked cars. The longest room names fit in the widened room section, and the inventory uses the former assignment space without adding another row. Yeah, I don't know how it will look. Yeah, I guess it looks better now. Just I would add a bit of space between the different parts. Perfect. I would just give a bit of space between the 3 elements. Not too much. A few pixels to separate them. Let's see what it does. I'll add narrow 6 pixel gap between the room, health, and loadout sections while keeping their current dimension and alignment essentially unchanged. Let's see what it does here. Because now let me see this. It's just playing with a bit of that. So yeah, this looks perfect now for me. I don't know which is the longer room. I guess that I'm more or less to it. Maybe benefit administration I can check. Yeah, for sure it will be good here. Then whenever I add an element, I add it here. So yeah, I like this. Now let's say this is good. This is about reorganizing game. Now just the initial menu feels doesn't feel right compared with the whole game style. It looks kind of oldish. Update it accordingly. Use assets if needed. We're around the hour now. It's been 58 minutes. Let's see how it does the things, but yeah, maybe this is a good now let's define here the text. Now the final screens, both when winning or when losing, feel wrong. Ensure they are aligned to the whole game style and make them more beautiful. Also ensure the time appears in format instead of just seconds, and the buttons now are not proportional. let's see. Now the mismatch is clear. The menu is currently a clean dashboard grid, while the game itself is moody, illustrated, and spatial. I'm shifting the opening screen towards a cinematic first day at floor 404 composition using the existing reception and character art, while keeping the corporate satire and control hints. Let's see what it does. I'm afraid it takes too much time doing this, but okay, let's see if it's doing anything here. Now that new composition is in place, let's see what it's done. Just change the menu scene. The new composition, it opens inside the illustrated reception, brings the player character into the hero shot, and replaces the data portal card layout with a tighter contemporary word mark, one clear action, and lightweight controls. I'm doing a final compatibility and interaction pass now. Okay, let's see this, how it goes. I'm afraid I can start running it. Then I don't need to do a lot, just... I like this better for sure. Floor 404, access pending, a corporate roguelite, escape the company. Your first day was a mistake. Make your way through hostile departments, weaponize. Begin your first day, clock in. I like it much better. Good. So, git status, git add. Improve menu, and finally let's run this last one. That was the thing that we wanted to run today. So new session, just like this, and we'll be ready for tomorrow to start doing things. Here there are different things from tomorrow. For tomorrow, actually, here the visual effects when losing HP will be changed, I guess. The lower platforms thing we mentioned with the trampoline. Also improve the sprite sheets for the enemies, that they are weird. I can move this more to the bottom, I guess. Then have more than 2 parallel rooms in the graph. Review platforms generation and value added to the game. Maybe add items on top of them that are required to open some doors or to do some things. Some doors can only be opened with some keys, so this, I guess, needs to go before the other one. Missions, to do it in less than 10 seconds, or ask AI to think of extra missions. Game background music, yeah, I think this is needed. Will require a button to switch, turn on, off. Also sounds, voiceovers on subtitles, sound effects, then add introduction, and yeah, I think that basically today it's day 4, so tomorrow at day 5 I think we can make quite a bit of progress, and I'll try to make it more time than just 1 hour. I don't know how much, but yeah, I think that I will do it right after lunch, so at around 15 European time, and then Central European time, and then yeah, maybe be here for around a couple of hours. Here there's not that much of image generation, that it's the thing that takes the most of the time. So I'm positive that I will be able to move to progress fast. Well, for sure we have these background music and sound effects that can take time in generation, but yeah, other than that, let's see what it's doing here. It's changing some scenes, not yet doing anything. Just I found the main layout issue. The two victory buttons are that match wide, but their centers are only that match apart, so they overlap and feel distorted. I'm replacing both outcomes with one shared center internal HR document layout that matches the menu HUD styling, which equal size action buttons that are consistent stat rows. The lost screen will also show the runtime and offer both retry options. So now it's editing things, the end screens are now unified and the overlap is removed. I don't know what happened here. Oh. Let me review in the video what it was saying. Let me see if it added anything. Yeah, the game scenes has changed, so I don't think I have the project started. It's still applying changes. I want to die in the game, so now it looks much better. Run seed that match, time employed, rooms clear, hostiles filed, benefits held, reopen the case, retry same seed or new personal. Well, it's still doing things. Oh, it's basically faster and more damage. I want to do the shortest path, so I'll go with the procurement. I got the health restored, then it's time to go expense claims. Then I should go to data governance or, yeah, no, resource management. The staples deal more damage, so what I said about the resource management. Move and fire faster. I should go now to either both of them are the same, legal discovery or accounts payable, so I'd go with legal. I think the accounts payable, yeah, because they are these that are easy to kill. Just restore some health because I need it. And from here to the IT help desk. Then human resources. I get the health restored. I should go to the benefit administration. And here to the final boss. Perfect. I beat escape elevator. Resignation temporarily accepted, time employed, runs it. Yeah, I think I will take it as a good option here. So git status, git add, git status, git commit, improve final screens. Yeah, and with that, I think I can take today as done. Also, this does not work anymore, so tomorrow we'll work on all those things that we mentioned here, and let's see how far we can make it. Again, if you've watched any of it, any feedback, any comment or a like will be appreciated. Making sure that someone likes this kind of content or that it's interested in it for sure would make me happier. And with that, I close for today, so see you tomorrow at around 3 p.m. Central European time.